Welcome, Dave Daum here at King's Paddle Sports. We're looking at a King's Dauminator model, and as we examine the top view of this board, you'll notice that this one has a beautiful sea foam greenish blue. I don't know, some people say it's blue, some people say it's green. I guess the jury's out on that one, with a white deck and a single pin line, gray EVA deck pad. And as we roll this around, you'll notice many of the features on this board. I'm going to turn on a little bit of alternate shading so you get an idea how the surfaces come together on this board. Back to the outline, as we look at the top view on this board, you'll notice that it has a fairly broad nose with the wide point quite a distance ahead of center. This allows the tail to be sunken quite easily on a wave and allows you to trim on the nose without the nose purling or sinking. It's a great nose riding board. The Dauminator is one of our best nose riding boards in the lineup. The Croc takes the prize for best nose rider. This is a very, very close second, however. And if you notice the features on this board, it has very thin rails in the front with almost a chimed bottom rail that tucks under and gives you really good release, prevents the rail from snagging when you do tight turns and re-entries. Got a very thin tip on the nose. You see the teardrop concave underneath the board. As we spin it around here, you'll notice the down rail in the midsection that becomes increasingly sharp towards the tail. And as we move towards the very back of the board, you'll notice how very thin it is in the very end of the board. I'll roll it around here. We'll look at the bottom of the board together. And as we look at the bottom, again, you see the teardrop concave. You see the tucked rail that becomes harder and harder as it progresses back. You'll notice that the rail is hard all the way up to a point just slightly ahead of the front set of fins. As we roll over onto the bottom here, you notice it's got a fairly aggressive concave built into the V, and then the V runs all the way up to a point just under your front foot where you'll normally stand when you ride the board. And the concave also runs back into that V, into that same point. So what you have is a V panel running up here into the front section of the board, and then a teardrop concave blending in with that. Very generous tail rocker, allows the board to turn really nicely in all different conditions, and it has a nice rocker in the nose as well. And when you have a lot of rocker like this, it tends to ride a lot more like a short board, so you can expect this board to work fabulous in all different wave conditions. You can expect it to ride a lot like a short board, but it will have the stability of a traditional all-arounder nose rider style of board. And this board has been with us for more than 10 years. We've been building this stand-up paddle board since 2005. So it's got a lot of time on it, and people just absolutely love this board. Another feature of this that it shares with our Crocodile is when you step back on this board, the profile is thin enough to where the tail will flex up. That increases the rocker. And as you turn the board, that increased rocker allows the board to turn even easier. And then at the end of your turn, it works like a swim fin when you're swimming through the water. It kicks down. And so that recoil, that spring back, gives you thrust and drive. This is a really, really fun board, and no quiver here would be complete without a Dauminator in it. We set them up as 2+1s with a 10.5-inch fin box and then dual side bite fins. And can't say enough about this. Appreciate your watching this. This is Dave Daum. Thanks for watching.